What's going on, everyone? My name is Under the Radar and welcome back to the WBE. Welcome, friends. This is going to be the week 5 game. We're going up against my buddy KyleAye. If you missed last week's battle, we did unfortunately take an L, but it was at the hands of Aaron Cybertron Zhang, one of the best players in the nation. He's super smart, and I look up to the dude a lot, so taking the L, I'm not too upset about. However, this week we are going up against somebody who I'm really scared for, because Kyle brings whatever he wants, even if it doesn't make sense sometimes, meaning I can't predict what he's going to bring, which makes it really hard for me to prep. So Kyle's team is a team that I designed. This team is a team that I built like a year and a half ago, and I just never got a chance to do it. But the dual weather concept with Volcanion as the main offensive powerhouse to break through everything, this was my idea with Mega Pidge. So even in the sun, you still have good flying spam. Whereas if you had like Torn T, which is really good on rain teams, you can't spam Hurricane in the sun. So I came up with this team a long time ago, and I love the team personally. So as you can see on my end, I've made a handful of transactions. I have traded. Sure, we'll go with that. Actually, this isn't updated, right? Let me see if well, let me make sure I told Kyle right. It was like, so there were a bunch of transactions made. So anyway, as you can see, I have Arbok, Mega Sableye, and Stack Attack now. I also have a Alolan Raichu on my team over a Alolan Persian. I don't have a Alolan Persian. I don't know why it's not updated on the website, and I didn't even realize it until just now. So I picked up these mons for a few different reasons. One, my team was super weak to Hazard Stack. Out of the 4 weeks that I played, 3 of my opponents brought Toxic Spikes, Stealth Rocks, any combination of the 3. And that sucked because I didn't have much I could do about it. Now at least I have Mega Sableye, which deters Hazard Stack, and I'm able to bring it in on most hazard setters. And I also have Arbok, which is a grounded poison, to absorb the Toxic Spike, so that really helps out. And with me getting rid of Mega Aggron, I wanted a Steel type, so I traded Xurkitree to Elliott for Stack Attacka. And then without Xurkitree, I didn't have an Electric type, so I dropped my second Dark type in Alolan Persian for Alolan Raichu. So a little bit of a backstory. And I picked up another snake. Who doesn't love having another snake, right? I love it. So I think my matchup this week is actually really good for a few different reasons. One, I don't think that Kyle has the best matchup for Mega Sableye. Now keep in mind, he does have some really good counterplays to it. Like, for example, Mega Sableye's biggest weakness are fairies that have Stealth Rocks, because what people can do is they can just set up Stealth Rocks in my face. I can't do anything about it, and I can just get pooped on. So with him having Diancie, I'm having to prep around knowing that he's going to bring Mega Diancie to get up Stealth Rocks versus me. I don't have anything weak to Stealth Rocks outside of Darmanitan, and I'm not bringing Darmanitan, so if he gets up Stealth Rocks, it's not the end of the world, but it would be annoying. Toxic Spikes are still pretty annoying. So yeah, that's about where that is. So let's go ahead and hop right into the team. This is going to be my designated lead if I see Diancie, because I know he's going to try to get up Stealth Rocks early. I have Z Iron Tail. It just allows me to blow it back immediately. I also have Earthquake, Thunderfang, and Sucker Punch. This allows me to hurt his weather setters, not super hard, but it lets me do some damage to them, primarily the Pelipper and the Torkoal. Once I get rid of the weather setters, he is unable to break through my team in multiple different combinations. Like, he cannot break through Mega Sableye plus Milotic if he does not have sun and or rain. So really good method of breaking down a lot of his team. and having the Sucker Punch for priority for his Heliolisk, his Kingdra, and his Victory Bell is really nice. This is going to be the main win con. This is able to tank multiple hits from offensive Nidoqueen. As long as he's not Modest Life Orb, I can still tank 2, but it's just really, really hard. And I have Calm Mind, Recover, Dark Pulse, and Punishment. His main response to this is going to be Cresselia. It is going to be setting up with Cresselia and trying to crit me. I'm going to let him set up to like +2 or +3 as I set up along with him, and as long as I don't let him set up too far ahead of me, I can actually tank multiple Moonblasts, and I can just click Punishment, and the second that he's at +4, it does like 75% to him, so it absolutely blows him back. There's no possible way that Cresselia can beat down my Mega Sableye. And if I get up multiple Calm Minds, I win the game. I live hits from literally everything because his team is extremely specially oriented. His only real, like, really good physical attacker versus my team is like Dragon Dance Waterium Z Kingdra, which meh at best in my opinion. Because I do have multiple different ways around it, and as long as I don't let it set up too far, I'm set. So next up we have Zap Plate Alolan Raichu with Electric Terrain. I didn't really need a fourth move on this thing, and the way I look at it, if I get Nidoqueen weakened, if I get Heliolisk weakened, and if my Mega Sableye beats down his Cresselia early game, this also just wins. Like, I set up Electric Terrain, I will outspeed all of his Weathermons, and I hit them all really hard in Electric Terrain with Volt Switch, Thunderbolt, or Psychic. His one ground type is weak to Psychic as well, so I can Volt Switch pretty freely on his entire team, and this gives me a really good wall breaker against things like Torkoal plus Palipper, so another really good way to break down the weather. Another thing about this Pokemon, with this physical defense investment, I believe I tank... trying to remember what it is I tank. I think it's a +1 Z Waterfall outside of the rain, something like that. Either way, really good offensive mon, and if I get up in Electric Terrain, I can clean sweep pretty easily. So I really like the way that this Pokemon works versus him. Next up we have Spadef Milotic with enough speed for Cress, some invested Cress, with Recover, Scald, Haze, and Dragon Pulse. Haze is there for Calm Mind Cress as well. So if I am facing a Cress, I can Haze it and I can beat it down 1v1. I can actually PP stall it, and while that would suck, and I know Kyle would hate that because he hates stall, it is an option that I have to take advantage of because Cresselia is stupid fat and I don't have the best ways of breaking it. So this is going to be a really good check to a lot of his mons, including Special Kingdra, including Mega Pidge, even Heliolisk I can tank a hit from, and I have Dragon Pulse just so I never allow his Kingdra to set up in front of me for free. So that's the whole idea behind it. Next up I have Banded Zygarde. Choice Banded Zygarde with Toxic because he has very few switch-ins to Thousand Arrows. His main switch-in would probably be Cresselia because it can tank 2 Banded Thousand Arrows if I'm adamant. So I can just fire off a Toxic, get it put on a timer immediately, and be set. And the second that I go for 1,000 Arrows, something is going to die or take a lot of damage, and that's really nice. Again, didn't really need another move. I needed 1,000 Arrows plus E-Speed. That's it. 1,000 Waves was there just in case, just in case he brings something in for style points, I guess, maybe for a cool thumbnail, I don't know, but I didn't really need anything else, so I just ran 1,000 Waves. Like if you look down his team, I don't need anything else personally. Like, that's what I think, at least. So next up we have Mesprit. This is another Spadef wall, just able to tank multiple hits, have good coverage for pretty much everything on his entire team, and it's my stealth rocker for the game. The Spadef investment allows me to live multiple I think it's multiple hits from Heliolisk, so I'm able to pretty much wall that thing and weaken it for either my Alolan Raichu or my Mega Sableye. That is the whole idea behind the entire team, is to hopefully win with one of these two Pokemon, one of the new mons on the team, and I'm super excited for it. If you guys enjoy the team, if you guys are excited for the battle, and if you guys love KyleAye, please leave a like on the video down below. And I'm super excited for this game. I'm super nervous. I'm actually playing this the day before you guys are seeing it, which makes it even more nerve-wracking for me. I gotta like edit, get it uploaded and stuff like that. But With that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and get on out of here. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.